Hey guys, and welcome to Body Masters Coaching. So recently you may have seen a video that I put up about your body being non-biased, and in that video I mentioned about the several rules that you've got to adhere to in order to be healthy. Okay, so what I thought I'd do for you today is make a quick list of these I'm going to call them rules because they're things that you should actually learn to stick to doing or giving to your body. And if one of the issues for a lot of people is that you give them targets and they view it as an option, whereas these things, the amounts, they may fluctuate, but your body definitely needs them. So it's like you're trying to follow those rules for giving your body those things. Okay, hope that makes sense. So number one on my list is sleep. Your body's got a basic requirement for a certain amount of recuperation period, okay? And you may think that you burn the most amount of fat, we're talking about weight loss, all right? The most amount of fat when you're actually exercising, but it's actually when you're asleep, when your body's doing all its repairing and it's using all its energy sources and it's putting itself back together and repairing its systems, that you actually use a large amount of fat. Okay, this is one of the reasons why you wake up and you feel thinner, and you should weigh yourself in the morning and not at night, because you're generally going to be heavier at night than you are in the morning, so you get a more accurate read. According to what I've read and how I've been educated, there's an optimal recovery and sleep kind of time. Okay, so the first thing is that your body sleeps in what are known as 90-minute cycles. All right, so you should try and sleep within those 90 minutes, as many 90 minutes as you can. And if you can't complete a cycle, then you should try to avoid going into another cycle, because quite often you'll actually wake up feeling more stressed and more tired than you would if you just finish the cycle off. So for example, it would be 6 hours, 7.5 hours, 9 hours. And sometimes that's why when you wake up and you've had 8 hours, you feel more rough than you would if you'd have only done 7.5. The next is water. You've got to keep yourself hydrated, okay? You need water for every facet of your body. Most of your body's made of water anyway, so you've got a base requirement to keep those levels topped up, because you use water for everything. And again, since most people come to see me for fat loss, you might want to be aware of that. It's actually really hard for your body to metabolize stored fat or detoxify itself effectively if you're dehydrated. Typically, the equation for what I generally give out is it's your body weight in kilos times 0.037. Okay, so you put that in a calculator, and for me, that roughly comes out at about 3.5 liters a day. Next, all right, and I'm not going all airy fairy on you here, guys, but you've got to love yourself. All right, if you wake up every day and you hate yourself, then things that are fed hate don't tend to grow and develop very, very well. So you've got to learn to love yourself, and love yourself enough to give yourself the things it needs, and love your body, and love it enough to give it the time and the attention that it requires in order for it to run properly. There was an interesting study done with plants. In fact, it's documented in a book called The Secret Life of Plants. And what they did was they got two identical trees and they put them in the same room, and this was to see if plants could think and feel. And one of the plants the scientists hurled abuse at, and the other one they spoke lovingly to, and the one that got abuse hurled at died. All right, the one that got love and attention grew far better and sustained itself. And these were being fed exactly the same thing. Their environments were identical, so it was a very scientific experiment. And that was the only difference was what are one group of scientists doing to this, and the same group of scientists are doing something else. Okay, so love yourself. With the love comes attention. You've got to spend time on yourself. You've got to give your body attention, okay? And that means nurturing it. That means spending time developing it, learning, exercising, spending time in nature, relaxing. Give it more of what it needs and less of what you think it wants. So, you may feel like you want sugar, all right? Except there's nothing more toxic on the planet than sugar. So or poisonous. In fact, it's actually more addictive than heroin. That's been proven. So give your body more attention and it will work better for you. The next one it's a categorization, but I'm going to put underneath it what those actually mean. So the next one's nutrition. And with nutrition comes a requirement for proteins, fats, carbs, yes, you still need some carbohydrates, minerals, vitamins, and fiber. Your body has a requirement for each of those things, all right? And I'm not going to go into in depth because we've already done a video on it, but you know, if you don't give yourself enough of these nutrients, then again, your body's not going to function the way you want it to, all right? So give yourself some time and some attention and feed your body how it needs to be fed. Stress. You do require a certain amount of stress in your life. Stress is the reason why you wake up in the morning, all right? If you didn't have any stress, you wouldn't get out of bed. You just lie in bed all day vegetating. So have you noticed it's easier to wake up in the summer in the morning than it is in the winter? That's because you get more sunlight stress on your body, and that naturally elevates your cortisol levels first thing. So a certain amount of stress actually is good and feeds your system and helps and gives it benefit. But if you don't have any stress, then that's not good either. And if you've got too much stress, then that can overtip the scale. So, you know, stress, it is something that's really important to your system, but you've got to have it in balance. Which leads me on to my next thing, which is the sun. I've done numerous videos for you guys on D3, but nothing beats the sun, okay? So make sure you're getting enough time to get away and get some natural vitamin D entering into your system. Spend some time at the beach in the sun. If you can't get away, then there's certain app sun trackers you can get, and you can download them, and they'll basically tell you when your optimal time to get D3 is, where you are. So, you know, download something like that and get yourself some sunshine, because it's important to your body. Next one, oxygen. As daft as it sounds, most people I come across have an aggravated breathing pattern, all right? They don't breathe in a relaxed sense. They don't diaphragmatically breathe where the belly comes out. They stress breathe where the chest goes up. So when you breathe like that, it actually aggravates your body. So do some breathing meditative type exercise. Relax your body, especially at nighttime, guys, because it helps you sleep. All right, so you're paying attention to rule number one. All right, and give your body, hydrate your body with oxygen. Interestingly enough, your body burns more fat when it's got when its oxygen reserves are highly met. So if you give yourself more oxygen, you're going to burn more fat, you're going to burn more calories, you're going to feel better. Everybody wins. Next is movement. Now, this doesn't have to be strenuous exercise, guys. It can be going for a walk, it can be going for a bike ride, it can be having a massage, it could be doing breathing squats, it could be doing yoga exercises. Anything that gets your body moving in a non-stress pattern is going to have benefit to you. And then obviously you've got certain stressful patterns that have benefit as well. So the idea of doing a heavy squat isn't everybody's cup of tea, but if it's going to help you unwind your brain and strengthen your back and your leg muscles up, then there's benefit there. So get yourself out. Today's society is rampant with sedentary people that all they do is spend time sat behind a desk doing nothing instead of getting up and getting moving. So here's a little challenge for you. If you do have that kind of lifestyle, set a reminder on your phone for every hour, you stand up and you walk for 5 minutes. Not only will you come back to your desk more energized, so the funny thing is you'll actually get your work done faster, but you'll be healthier for it as well. Work isn't designed to kill you, it's designed to help you live. But sometimes you've got to break away from work in order to live. And the last, and this is what I'm gonna close on, is off time. Time away from everything. You don't get stronger when you are working and stressing. You get stronger from those effects of working and rest and stressing, but you actually get stronger and fitter and healthier when your body is recuperating. So give it time to recuperate. Take some tension off your body, relax it a little bit, and learn to love your body. See you next time.